The creepiest internet mysteries that were finally solved. Yo, this is my goal right here. Why are we hating? When is the last time y'all saw this man in my sleep? I saw him last night. I don't know what he was doing in my dream, but I remember him specifically. Kind of pissed me off a little bit. He's too chopped. He's a real dude. This is a real dude? No way. Tommy, get that cut. If you see me with this cut, just know my life is gone from 100 to 0. I've completely failed in life. I will hit the nearest airport near me, go on the nearest flight, and be in Turkey as soon as I seen some balding like this. I see Tommy more in my dreams. Y'all be real. Have y'all ever seen me in your dreams? Damn, I just got an Amber Alert. Go save the kid. What the fuck? What am I supposed to do? I mean, hopefully you get solved. You buff. Oh, now we want to say I'm buff. So we never say I'm buff. But when something like that pops up, oh, Tommy, you're so buff. Why don't you do something? Like, come on, man. Oh, Tommy, nah. Go save the kid instead of streaming, you selfish slut. Anyways, the creepiest internet mystery ever found itself.
Lily Peters. On April 24th, 2022, what began as a normal Sunday afternoon turned into a tragedy. Around 3 p.m., 10-year-old Lily Peters left her home to visit her aunt. It was a trip she made often. The house was only a 3-minute bike ride away, and nothing seemed unusual.
Okay.
However, that evening, Lily didn't come home. At first, the father, Alex, thought she might still be at his sister's house. When he called, however, his sister said Lily had already left over an hour earlier. Alex...
It's so crazy, y'all. I would actually be scared to, like, have my kids playing outside. Like, unless if it's, like, a park, a really public place where there's a bunch of people. I don't think it's gonna be the same, y'all, as, like, when we were younger. You gotta think of it. These kidnappers and predators are so slick. They know what to do. There's been cases with Roblox where like they've just hit up kids and lured them. It's really scary, man. It's not about to be the same world. It's sad that it's come to this. It always kind of been f***ed up with like predators and even when I was younger, bro, my mom wanted me to come back and like everybody's parents wanted them to come back at like a certain time. Yeah, she was like, if it starts getting dark and you're not back, I was in trouble. And now looking back, and I was like, damn, that kind of sucks, but I understood it. At the same time, I just go to like my friend's house. I would just go to like my neighbor's house and we'd just be in the house anyways.
Calling the parents of Lily's friends, hoping she had stopped by to play, but no one had seen her. Growing worried, he retraced the path Lily usually took and around 9 p.m. contacted the police to report her missing. While looking along a trail though, Alex made a chilling discovery. Lily's bike abandoned with no sign of her. Hours later, just before 9 a.m. the next morning, a volunteer searcher found her body under a pile of leaves only a few feet from the trail. Police confirmed the worst. Lily had been murdered. At first, investigators had no clear lead, but then, online, a post about Lily's disappearance appeared on the true crime subreddit. While many people speculated, one comment stood out. A user called Home Slice Nation 4 wrote that they had been playing Pokemon Go on the same trail that day. They said they saw Lily in a pink and purple hoodie walking with another kid. The comment ended with, I have a suspicion that it could be another kid that did it. The post was later deleted, but another Reddit user reported it to the police tip line. That single clue gave investigators the lead they needed. Within hours, police arrested 14-year-old Carson.
Yo, Reddit has two modes. Reddit has the absolutely terrible and miserable platform that everybody's just hateful on and it's garbage. Like 95% of the time. The other 5% of the time is people actually helping solve shit. Why did the dude delete his comment? And also, why didn't he report it to the police? That's the real question. Yo, this is who typed that comment out? Hey guys, Tom NFG here. You know, only half of you guys are subscribed and even less of you guys have noties on. I hate to be a burden, but you know, I really appreciate it if you hit that sub button and the little bell next to it, you know. It doesn't take long. I know you can get mixed up in the algorithm and everything. But yeah, also tune into the streams, you know. We have a lot of fun over there, I'm telling you. We have a lot of parties going on over there. Yeah, that's it, bye. Damn. He could have went to the police and instead of typing out the comment and been like, yo, I have a suspicion there's another kid that did it. I was walking on the trail and then get it solved. You have to have a fucking Redditor from who knows, probably across some other different type of state do it. And useless as hell. Maybe the sub deleted it, but why would they delete it?
Petersberger, Lily's cousin. During questioning, Carson admitted to the crime. He explained that he had followed Lily as she rode her bike, lured her into the woods, and attacked her in a plan he had been forming for months. He punched her in the stomach, beat her with a stick, and strangled her before returning home as if nothing had happened. Later, after noticing police searching the area, he came back to move her body deeper into the woods and tried to cover it with leaves. Because of the brutality and premeditated nature of the attack, prosecutors decided Carson would be tried as an adult.
Good, bro. Bro, I'm all for that. I don't give a f if you do a crime like this at a young age. Like, nigga, I was a kid the same age. I did not think of murdering somebody. Don't be like, oh, nah, we're gonna charge them as a kid or juvenile. Bro, if you do some shit like this, you deserve to be in adult prison. I don't care what happens to you in that prison, bro. And I mean, literally anything to be happen to you, I don't care. You shouldn't have done it. Murder should always be charged as an adult. Exactly. There's cases where, like, they don't do it. Like, they'll charge as a juvenile and then somebody will get out, like, after, like, 5 years or 6 years or something. Because that's just, like, ridiculous, bro. If you want to do an adult-ass crime, like, it's not like you're just doing something, like, I don't know, like, you took, like, $100 worth of groceries or something at Walmart. You're killing somebody.
He remains in custody to this day, with his trial scheduled for 2026.
Oh, hell no, bro. Yo, if they free him, GG's.
Utaho no
There's gotta be
Tatari.
rights.
Utaho no Tatari is the name of 2 Japanese horror games, both of which had a really eerie backstory. The real mystery began in 2014, when someone posted on the subreddit r/creepygaming about a disturbing discovery in the second game. They had triggered what looked like a glitch. After following a strange series of steps, the game screen filled with scrambled text. Then the screen went black, flashed white 4 times, and finally displayed a very unsettling, low-quality photo. It appeared to show a woman, with most of her face hidden in dark shadows and something wrapped around it. The image was so disturbing that players began to wonder if it might actually be a real photograph of human remains. This idea didn't seem impossible, since other obscure games, such as the infamous Hong Kong 97, had used actual victim photos taken.
What? Why would you do this? What the f is wrong with you? Bro, any game that does this should not be posted on any publisher website, Steam, nothing like that.
From the news. Before long, people discovered that this was not a random glitch at all, but a hidden event programmed into the game. By changing their computer settings to Japanese, players could read the missing symbols in the error message with scrambled text. At first, it looked like a standard crash screen, but then, the game's main character, Utaho, suddenly began addressing the player directly. The event was triggered by walking through 3 Torii gates, traditional Japanese shrine gates. Doing this started a hidden timer, and once the timer ran out, the so-called glitch sequence would play, ending with the disturbing photo. The question of where that haunting image came from remained. Reverse image searches showed nothing, and for years, no one had a clear answer. Many theories were suggested, but without proof, the mystery stayed unsolved. Then, in 2022, someone on Reddit finally uncovered the source of the photo. It was not from a crime scene. Instead, it came from a Japanese horror film called Hair Extensions, released in 2007. The exact frame appears in the movie's trailer, showing a woman staring lifelessly into the camera. After nearly 10 years of speculation, the mystery was solved. The Post-it notes. On April 15th, 2015, a man who used the username R.Bradbury had a really strange experience. He lived alone, but that morning he found a Post-it note on his desk with a list of chores written on it.
Oh, hell no. Oh, fuck no.
Handwriting was not his. At first, he tried to ignore it, but a few days later, another Post-it appeared, this time stuck to the back of his chair. It said, "Save your documents." This was the moment when the search truly began.
I would literally think I'm gonna get murdered. Why did he even sleep? He was able to sleep in his house when somebody randomly left a Post-it note? Tommy, save your documents. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Let's calm down, y'all.
Bradbury started to believe that someone was secretly entering his apartment and leaving these notes. So to find out who it was, he set up a webcam to record his desk. But the situation only grew stranger. On April 20th, he woke up to another post-it. It read, "Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's important we do." Shocked, he rushed to check the webcam recordings, but the video files on his computer were gone. It looked as if someone had deleted them. Soon after, even more Post-it notes appeared, this time covering his doors, but they were all blank. Bradbury began to suspect his landlord, thinking that the handwriting on the notes looked similar to his landlord's. Not knowing what else to do, he turned to Reddit for advice. He posted on the subreddit r/legal
Is this fake? This seems like something that would be faked, but I mean, if it's on here, it's not fake.
Advice, explaining his situation and asking whether he could press charges against his landlord. The post quickly gained a lot of attention, and the most common suggestion was that Bradbury might be sleepwalking and writing the notes himself without—
I was literally like thinking that. Did he like randomly wake up in the night and then did it and he just didn't know? Because there's a ton of people that sleepwalk like this, have extreme sleepwalking where they do something they don't remember at all.
Then a Reddit user named Kakerlak noticed something important in one of Bradbury's earlier posts. Bradbury had mentioned that he slept in a small bedroom with no windows. Kakerlak asked, "Do you get bad headaches?" And Bradbury admitted that he often did. That is when Kakerlak suggested another possible explanation: carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide is a dangerous gas that cannot be—
Yo, carbon monoxide is genuinely the most terrifying shit of all time. Yo ass could just die. You don't know what's happening. You don't know what the f is going on until you're dead. Isn't that why every house is supposed to have like a carbon monoxide thing in it? That's what my parents' crib had. This one has it too. It's actually like right above me.
Seen or smelled. In a poorly ventilated room, it can build up without anyone noticing, and breathing it in can cause confusion, memory loss, and even hallucinations. In serious cases, it can be deadly. Bradbury decided to test this theory, so he bought a carbon monoxide detector and plugged it in. Immediately, the alarm went off. His apartment was filled with the gas, and he had been breathing it the entire time. The notes were real.
Yeah, GG's, yo. He's about to get a bag from his landlord. Bro, y'all know the funny thing about the crib we're in? We actually have a pretty good landlord. Deadass, y'all, in like the laundry room and then next to one of the other rooms. Dexter just looked in his closet, bro, all mold. Jeez. It was just so crazy seeing. I was like, ugh. But the landlord locked in. Like, I don't know if it was because he didn't want us to like sue or anything in the future, because technically mold is on the person that owns the house. Like, if you don't fix the mold immediately in any apartments or anything, you could sue the fuck out of like the landlord, the building manager, whoever owns it. It's GG's for them.
He had been writing them himself while poisoned, then forgetting he had done it. The missing webcam recordings were not deleted by an intruder. The software he used simply was not saving the files. As for the handwriting, Bradbury later realized he had not compared it to his landlord's at all, but to a letter from his mother.
Okay, this dude is just stupid.
Google Maps help messages. In early 2025, one discovery on Google Maps in Los Angeles spread quickly online and became a viral mystery. In a rail yard near Dodger Stadium, the word help could be seen written again and again in giant letters. Nearby were other words, including—
let me guess, they try to like ask the government for some money or something because they weren't like funding them or helping them with something.
Federal and LAPD. Each letter had been carefully built using long pipes or large wooden boards. When people first noticed the writing, theories began to spread immediately. Some thought it was a real cry for help, maybe from people trapped or being forced to work. The fact that the writing was inside a Union Pacific rail yard fueled more suspicion. Los Angeles railways have a history of theft and crime, and some feared this was connected to organized trafficking or forced labor. People contacted the LAPD.
But why would the people, if they were trafficking, like just let that slide and make it so obvious? People would have found out.
Who quickly went to check the site, and around the same time, a social media user visited the rail yard with a camera to film what it looked like from the ground. What he found changed everything. The rail yard was surrounded by homeless encampments, and even though the area was supposed to be fenced off, a large hole in the fence made it easy to enter. Local homeless residents explained that the writing wasn't a signal from victims at all. It was the work of another homeless man who had been creating these giant messages for years. The LAPD later confirmed this story. They said they had spoken to the man many times before and had even offered him both housing and mental health support, but he always refused. Have you dreamed of this man?
You mean he refused free help? So he's just gonna keep doing crazy things on the street and nothing happened? That makes no sense.
In 2008, a website appeared asking a simple question. Have you dreamed of this man?
That's
the
my
site
goat.
quickly filled with short, eerie stories from people who
Dumbass dude.
claimed they had. Posters with the same sketch and the same question even began showing up in cities. Within a year, the mystery had gone viral.
It's
More than
Tommy.
10,000 people had written to the site, saying they too had seen him in their sleep. Soon, the idea that this man was part of some real, supernatural phenomenon started gaining traction. On forums like 4chan, users decided to investigate, and they actually found the solution. A reverse IP lookup of the website showed it was connected to a guerrilla marketing company, a group that promotes ideas or products through unusual and attention-grabbing stunts. This raised suspicion that the Dream Man wasn't real at all, but simply a creation. In 2010,
He was real to me.
the site's creator, Italian sociologist and marketer Andrea Natella, admitted that the whole thing was a stunt. He said the drawing was based on his father and that the early dream testimonials were not real, but he never explained what the campaign was supposed to promote, and the website was simply left online. Not everyone who emailed the site was lying, though.
Wait, so is it still up? What is it called? This man? In January 2006 in New York, the patient of a well-known psychiatrist draws the face of— okay, it's literally just a website. Ew! Nah, Brody chopped, I'm not gonna lie. Looks like if Eggman got skinny.
Many people probably did
Ugly
dream
ass
about
father,
the man,
yo.
but it might have just been a mental suggestion after seeing the image and hearing the stories. I feel fantastic. If you're 18
Bro, this is classic YouTube creepypastas. Bro, the video's still creepy to this day.
older, you probably saw the viral video called I Feel Fantastic. In it, a stiff
The video's still creepy. I'm not gonna watch it.
robot
Don't
with
play it.
wide staring eyes sang an eerie tune that kept saying, I feel fantastic,
I feel fantastic.
while wearing different outfits.
Watch
the video
it?
seemed to
No.
appear out of nowhere, and once it spread, people couldn't stop speculating about what it really was. The most popular theory was frightening. The robot had been built by a disturbed criminal who dressed it in the
Yeah.
clothes of his victims. At some point in the video, the camera pointed towards a random garden, and people speculated that was the place where the victims were buried. The mystery only deepened when
Such a stupid fucking thing. Like, it was just some random dude that posted a video of this weird ass mannequin. People were like, nah, it had to be a murderer.
the original upload disappeared from the internet. Re-uploads kept circulating for years,
Oh.
keeping the legend alive, but never solving the question of where this strange robot actually came from. In 2020, writer Yeetzy Lit decided to investigate, and searching through old websites, Lit found photos of the same robot on obscure Android enthusiast forums, some dating back to 2001. These forums revealed the name of the man who created it, John Bergeron. Far from being a criminal, criminal, Bergeron was an inventor trying to build something new for the entertainment industry. The robot's name was...
He was trying to build this? He was a little bit early to the times, because now you see that they got like AI Gooner robots, you know? I guess he was just born in the wrong time.
Tara, and Bergeron had built her as a prototype for about $2,000 at the time. His dream was...
Damn, 2 bands in 2001? Bro, that's a good amount of money. Holy shit. There's no way it costed that much. It's just some like pieces of plastic you just like melt together.
To mass produce Tara as a singing android, but that plan never succeeded.
No.
If you want to
Bro, you know how creepy that would be? Bro, if I walked into my friend's house and he's like, oh, did you see our Tara doll? And I just see that shit like, I feel fantastic. I will say, get her ass in the NBA. You see how tall she is? Might be MVP in a year. Taller than you. Bro, it's damn near the size of the house. Like, she's about to touch the roof. Taller than everybody here. Yo, Energy, I feel like we should leave a beautiful, like, accomplishment on the internet and, like, solve internet mystery. That would be so fire. But we all just get together in a Discord and we just, like, figure it out. Yeah, if you're watching on the tube, make sure to join the Discord and watch the streams.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.